Hi everyone, I'm Ashleigh from Grow Urban, one of the plant gurus here. And today I wanted to chat to you about one of our most beautiful families of plants, super ornamental and super popular, the Maranta family. It involves Calatheas and Marantas. They're really popular houseplants, and I think with the right information and knowledge, quite easy to look after. So as you can see, I have quite a selection around me. I'll point a few of them out to you. We have the Calathea white star here with its gorgeous ornamental leaves. The Calathea rattlesnake, you can see it kind of looks like the tail of a rattlesnake. We have a Stromanthe over here, Orbifolia with these beautiful round leaves with a real silver tinge to them. And probably our most popular plant is the Maranta fascinator, or the prayer plant. And if you're lucky and we have them in stock, we have its super rare brother, the Maranta lemon lime. So the Maranta fascinator, or the prayer plant, gets its name because its leaves do this beautiful gentle closing overnight and then opening like prayer hands. So if you have one of these at home, look out, you might have already noticed it. And if you're really keen to invest in one, that's a little secret that you could look out for. In terms of light, these plants like bright indirect light. They're grown, or they originate mostly in the tropical areas, so Southeast Asia, for example. And they're used to growing on the rainforest floor, getting lots of beautiful indirect light. So when you're thinking about placing them in your home, make sure that you're not sitting them in a windowsill where you have direct sunlight coming in all day, because that's going to scorch the leaves and not provide the best conditions for them. Okay, so how to care for these beautiful plants. Some are trickier to look after than others, but as a general rule, if you give them the right care and attention, they're quite easy to maintain. So in terms of watering, you want to water when the top inch of soil has dried out, surprise, surprise. And remember, you can check this by putting your finger into the compost and feeling for the moisture there. If you're unsure about this, we have a video on how to water and care for your houseplants, so you can go back and look at that on the website. Another thing that these plants love is humidity. So coming from tropical regions of the world where it's nice and humid, we need to try and replicate that environment in your own house. So a gentle light misting as regularly as you can, remembering to do it in the morning or at lunchtime, or keeping them in a bathroom or in your kitchen, providing it has a window, is a great idea for these plants, because then there's just natural humidity that's been generated. So a really other important thing to consider is, although they like to be warm, they don't like to dry out because of the humidity. So keeping them near a radiator in your house is a no-no. So as we move into the cooler months, you want to make sure you relocate any Maranta or Calathea that you have away from a radiator so it's not drying out. Next, let's chat about common problems that you could experience with these gorgeous plants. So one of the most common problems is browning tips and edges, and this is most likely due to the lack of humidity. Don't fret, it's okay, you can just up the misting, and remember that no plants are perfect, and even in their natural environment they will still have browning tips and holes and scratches in their leaves. So just pick up with the misting. You could trim the top of the tip off if it's really bothering you, but otherwise just increase the humidity. The next problem you could encounter are curling leaves, and this is usually a result of the plant being too cold. This is a problem in Scotland and in the UK because we do have these drafty cold flats, so do your best to try and keep it in the warmest environment. So another common problem that people report is that they notice a yellow leaf or yellowing leaves. It's quite normal for leaves to discard and need to be cut away from the plant, but if you're noticing that this is happening regularly, then you might want to look at your watering schedule. It could be that you're underwatering, but it's most likely that you're overwatering your plant. It's also common that this happens in the winter time. If this is the case, remember to go back to your 1 inch rule and fill the compost. Know that you can cut back any yellowing leaves and the plant will still continue to thrive as long as you're making sure that you're giving it the humidity it needs and the right amount of nourishment through watering. The final problem that you might encounter are spider mites. So these could be hard to see, but they usually live on the underside of the leaf or down near the stem, and they're tiny little white insects. What you want to do if you notice these is to remove the plant away from all your other plants and pop it in isolation, and take a damp cloth, wipe down the leaves, wipe the spider mites off, and then you could give them a little spray with our SB Invigorator spray. So this is non-toxic and organic, so it's safe to use in your home and it's safe to use on your plant. Don't stress, it happens all the time. You've not done anything wrong. Just make sure you get onto it as quickly as you can and move it away from your other gorgeous plants so the infection doesn't spread. These are some of our favorite plants here at Grow Urban. Their beautiful leaves and their ornamental presence make your room and your home look absolutely stunning. So if you would like any more information on these gorgeous plants or to see what we have available in stock, please go to our website and you can check out all the information there.